with people, Vivek. We are now live on YouTube, so it's actually time to go live. If you allow me, Vivek, Kesri, can we go live?
Yeah, sure, sir.
Please. Lovely. So good afternoon, students. It's a lovely, lovely day. I'm so excited to speak to all of you. Welcome to Ideas That Matter, our students' webinar. Welcome from Shoolini University, Khosla Hills. Ideas That Matter is a series of webinars that Vivek and I every day anchor. And the idea is to inspire students like you. And the idea is to answer questions from students, be neutral in our approach, and take you through career opportunities and counsel you. Quick introduction, we have our host and fellow panelist today, Mr. Vivek Atray. Vivek is an ex-IAS officer. He's a TEDx speaker, a motivational speaker, an author of 3 books, a counselor to several students and schools across India. Many of you might have seen the IT Park of Chandigarh. He's also the brain behind the IT Park when he was Director IT of Chandigarh Administration. He's been DC Panchkula and many, many other positions. More importantly to me, he's a dear friend and also visiting professor at Shoolini University. And if you happen to join Shoolini, you'll see Vivek very often on campus, inspiring all of you with his beautiful lectures. Along with Vivek, I have Professor Kesri Singh. Kesri is director of the BBA, BCom, and undergraduate programs at Shoolini University. She's a noted economist and a beautiful and lovely person. And she'll be taking you through the work that Shoolini does in the areas of management, BBA, BCom, and again, answer all your questions. Quickly about me, my name is Atul Khosla. I'm the founder and Pro-Vice Chancellor of Shoolini University, Khosla Hills. I'm a BTech from IIT Kanpur, an MBA from Jamnalal Bajaj, and then spent more than 25 years in the industry in several multinational companies. I was the CEO of many of them, and my last job was the CEO of a very large multinational by the name of Oliver Wyman. I've worked in 7 different countries and 35 different cities. I will also be your dean if you decide to join Shoolini University. And today we'll be delighted to answer all your questions. Once again, welcome from Shoolini. The format is going to be a 5 to 7 minute brief by Vivek. And Vivek will generically talk about how he counsels students on choosing a university. But more importantly, he'll also talk about the type of careers that you can expect in commerce or in business management, a BBA or a BCom. I will then talk a little bit about Shoolini and my experiences and my life. And then more importantly, Dr. Kesri Singh will take you through her experience of building one of India's leading BBA, BCom program at Shoolini. Over to you, Vivek.
Thank you, Atul. Thank you very much for the warm welcome and introduction. And good to see you and Professor Kesri Singh also on the panel. And good to see hundreds of students already. Very nice to meet all of you online. And one day, hopefully, we will meet in Shoolini's campus as well. So it's a pleasure to be talking to you about career options that you can have. And I understand that many of you are considering BCom and BBA. And I'm sure that you have tentatively thought about your future. It is not possible for anyone to be clear about the future to 100% level. It is always going to be an evolving decision-making process. Things will change, times change, but there's nothing to worry and feel scared. So while choosing your career option, you have to first of all start eliminating those areas which you feel are not for you. I find that to be an elimination process which is quite useful. So if you find that, let's say, mass communication is not for you, it is good to put it on one side and not think about it after that. So once you start eliminating things and once you get into the mainstream of your thought process, and supposing you have decided that you want to do a BBA, then you go for it. Then you think about it very seriously and find out more about it. So the thing to do is not to be clueless and not to take up anything that is being taken up only because your friend is taking it up or the neighbor said or some uncle said. That is not the reason why you can choose a career. You have to be aware of what it entails, what are the aspects involved, what are the plus points, what could be the minus points, and then you decide your career options. And let me tell you that even if you get into a particular degree and you feel that maybe this is not exactly what I wanted, I want something else which is slightly different, even that is possible in today's era. And Shoolini University, for example, gives you lots of options. There are so many beautiful courses, and there are lots of options which you can take up. So if you get into BBA or BCom, then that is something which is going to give you the right fillip to your career. I have been managing director of Hartron, a corporation in the government, which I served for about 2 years. And this was an IT corporation. I've also been CEO of something called SPIC, which is the Society for Promotion of IT in Chandigarh. So I used to interview candidates for recruitment to these corporations. And I used to see if they were BCom or BBA or MBA, then obviously they have certain skill sets which are required to serve in the industry. And sometimes these kinds of degrees actually give you a better chance of success than, if I can say so at this point, someone who has done chemical engineering. I mean, someone who's done chemical engineering is obviously a little bit more narrow in his career options, unless he expands his volume by getting into something like MBA, etc. So something like BCom or BBA is actually a wider platform that will give you career choices which are amenable to the changing times in the industry. And times keep changing. They keep evolving. And you know that what is happening now, people are saying that things will change drastically. I don't think they change drastically, but they will definitely change. But if you have a solid degree in hand, then you will be able to take up those options in any way. So while choosing the right university, you have to see a few factors. And you have to see that, firstly, where are you? And what is your best career option? And in fact, choosing the university is probably as important or more important than choosing your course. Because when you get into a good university, then whatever course you're from, you won't really suffer. It is something that will stay with you forever. Now, Atul is from IIT Kanpur. And because he's from IIT Kanpur, I think the next question, which branch were you from, may not even come up for him many a time. I am from NIT Kurukshetra, which is not IIT, but it's I did electronics from there. And I got into the Haryana Civil Service. So it really depends on where you are. And if you choose a university like Shoolini, which is a top university, highly ranked, the latest rankings are also very beautiful and high. So you can then ensure that you have a great career. And let me tell you, I've learned and I've known students from all over India to be at Shoolini. My interactions with them have been beautiful. There are foreign students at Shoolini who are also as hardworking. And of course, Himachal, Punjab, Haryana, Delhi, Chandigarh, these areas are very highly represented. So these are my initial thoughts, and we'll take Q&A later. And I think a couple of things that you must work on while you are deciding your university are also work on your communication skills and work on your personality. These will keep on being good assets for you throughout your life. Over to you, Atul. Thank you.
I think before I start, there's one question from Keshav. He's asking, can I become an IAS officer by taking commerce?
Yeah,
We'd love you to answer that.
You can become an IAS officer. BCom is not going to prevent you from becoming an IAS officer. In fact, there are students who take the commerce option or the economics option in the civil services exam, and you can definitely go there. You can even take another option, but it is one of the, even engineers get into the IAS. So it is not going to stop you at all. In fact, it's a good degree to do if you want to get into the civil services also.
Thank you, Vivek. Once again, my name is Atul Khosla. I'm the Pro Vice Chancellor of Shoolini University, also one of the founders. We are located in the beautiful Kasauli Hills. You all would have heard about Kasauli. We have a beautiful campus, and Dr. Kestri will be taking us a little through that as we speak. What I would like to take you through my next 5 minutes is the question that's in your mind. What do I do? मैं क्या करूँ? कौन सी university choose करूँ? Commerce करूँ? BBA करूँ? How do I go about doing this? So I wanted to talk about a few of these subjects, the way I thought when I was in the 12th. What did I do? So very quickly, I am a Solan boy. I grew up in Solan. I could not speak a word of English till I went to IIT Kanpur. But I ended up doing and getting some success in my journey. There are a few things which I learned along the way. I had options of not going to IIT and going to some other institutions, but I'm so glad I went to IIT Kanpur. And based on my life, I have 5 high-level thoughts for you. The first is, many of you would ask this question: should I do BBA? Should I do BCom? Should I do engineering? Should I do economics? The one thing I'd like to tell all of you is that more than the course, it's the university and the institution that's more important. So first, choose the institution. Second, choose the course. When Vivek and I and Kesri were studying, we didn't have options. Once we started in engineering, we had to complete an engineering. But world-class universities like Shoolini, for example, will give you the opportunity to change if you want. You can do a course and start with BCom. If you don't like it, after 1 year, you can switch over to BBA. Or you can do BCom and you could end up doing a minor in economics or a minor in music or a minor in English, because that's the type of flexibility that the institution gives you. So what is important is the institution is inspiring. It's got great faculty. So check the faculty that the institution has, the university has. And does it have founders who are businessmen, or does it have founders who are academicians? For example, founder of Shoolini University is Dr. Khosla, who's a retired vice chancellor. And he started Shoolini not for money, but to make sure that students like you, आप जैसे बच्चे अच्छा कर सके. मैंने भी जिंदगी में बहुत तरक्की की, पैसा कमाया, and I'm back to teaching not to make money again, but with a passion to change lives of students like you. So मेरा पहला आपको थॉट है कि इंस्टीट्यूशन को चूज करो, कोर्स को बाद में करना, और डॉक्टर केसरी आपको कोर्स के बारे में बताएंगे. My second thought over here is that knowledge is not going to be important going forward. आप सबने देखा कोरोना से सारी दुनिया चेंज हो गई. नॉलेज तो विकिपीडिया में भी है, गूगल में भी है, हर जगह पे नॉलेज है. फ्यूचर में आपके स्किल्स जो होंगे, जिसको मैं वी स्किल्स और मी स्किल्स बोलता हूं, they will come into play. What are these skills? There'll be skills to collaborate, skills to be creative, skills to become a leader, skills to learn, skills to unlearn, नई चीजें सोचने का, skills to problem solve, skills to communicate, which Vivek said. ये सारे skills बहुत important होंगे. तो ऐसी यूनिवर्सिटी में आपको जाना है जहां पे आपकी क्रिएटिविटी जो है आपको उभारती है, जहां पे even if you're ordinary, we let you blossom and we make you become a world leader. जहां पे बहुत सारे हॉबीज कर सकते हो, आप मस्ती भी मार सकते हो, पर पढ़ाई भी कर सकते हो. ऐसी जगह पे आपने जाना है. That's my second thought for you. My third thought for you is that बहुत आपको लोग बोलेंगे कि English speaking is most critical. English speaking is critical. विवेक ने जब communication की बात करी, he was speaking about communication, not English. And I always say that if English was the key to succeed, then all of you would have a Prime Minister of India with the surname G and not M. That is Mr. Modi. He is not the best English speaker, but he's a phenomenal communicator. So again, choose a university which gives you that ability to open up. A small example over here at Shoolini, every day you will be speaking in front of your fellow students. You will be making presentations. You will be doing work on artificial intelligence based platforms like Sikandar that we own. And that's what's going to make you special. A small example over here, I was looking at, I don't know the name of this girl, but she's the daughter of one of my colleagues, Sohan Lal. Sohan Lal comes from a very lesser privileged family, and this poor girl couldn't speak a word of English. And I was seeing a video yesterday, and she was like doing chatter in English and speaking phenomenally well, Vivek. I mean, I was so impressed. 3 years of Shoolini has changed her life. And that's the third thing you have to look at. My fourth thought would be, आप पूछेंगे मैं क्या जॉब करूं, कैसे करूं? I'll say दिल से decision लीजिए. Don't go by what your nana, nani, dada, dadi tell you, because दुनिया बहुत change हो रही है. It's phenomenally moving ahead. So take a decision by your heart. And finally, I would say have a lot of fun. Dream big. बड़ा सोचो. बड़ा सोचोगे तो कहीं ना कहीं पहुंच जाओगे. बड़ा नहीं सोचोगे तो अटक जाओगे कहीं ना कहीं. So how do you decide a university? जिसमें सब कुछ है, जिसमें अच्छी यूनिवर्सिटी है, फ्लेक्सिबल करिकुलम है, गुड फैकल्टी, फाउंडर्स अच्छे हैं, आपको बहुत प्रोत्साहन देंगे. Curriculum is cutting edge. Of course, Shoolini is there, but don't take my word for it. Do your research. Don't believe in numbers. Internet पे जाओ, research करो. There are enough platforms. Visit the 3 universities that you shortlist, and then take a decision. It's very, very, very important. Ask questions. Attend webinars like this. Get impressed by the faculty. Talk to the faculty. Like, I'm the dean of Shoolini. I'll be teaching you. So make sure that you get inspired by people. And if I can't inspire you, then don't join Shoolini. It's very, very important. So that's sort of a high level thought from my end, Vivek. And like I said, it's all about inspiration. It's all about choosing the right institution. And I think with that, I'd like Dr. Kesri to take you through a presentation of BBA, BCom होता क्या है, पढ़ते क्या हो, आगे जाके क्या बनोगे, क्या options होंगी, क्या CA कर सकते हो, CS कर सकते हो, MBA कर सकते हो. So I'll hand it over to Dr. Kesri for this presentation. And over to you, Dr. Kesri, for a beautiful presentation. And please ask questions, students. We're there to answer questions. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Professor Atul. I think you covered most of the thing, but still I'd like to share the presentation. So give me a second.
Look forward.
Yeah. Is it visible?
Yes.
So let me put it on. Yeah. So good afternoon, everyone. I'm sure that you got a lot of insight from Professor Atul and Professor Vivek Atray. And some of the things are you will find may find repetitive in the slide, but still I want to run this presentation because this lovely afternoon I got reminded of my days when I passed out in my 12th standard, and completely confused with many questions in my mind. What do I do? Where do I go? And which course do I opt for? And totally confused. But as Professor Atul said, we were not lucky enough at that point in time that we did not have that much freedom that we could choose what we wanted to do. And we had a much influence of our parents, of our relatives, that what they chose for us, and we decided to do that. But this is not the scenario today. Time has changed, but now what matters is the interest of the student. Here at Shoolini University, when someone approaches us for any admission, we give first priority to the choice of the student. So we make it mandatory for every student that first of all, we don't want to talk to the parents, we want to interact with the child to understand that what is his or her interest and what does he or think about his future, what is his career option he want to choose. So a quick overview to this presentation, which calls careers after commerce. So very quickly, that what is a career? This is something which we do for earning. Everyone, the purpose of education is not just to get knowledge, to acquire a degree, but it is much more than that. It is not just the degree which matters, it matters that what you learn for the rest of your life. It shapes you, not just your career, but your life. How do you contribute to the society? How much can you contribute to your parents? How you can contribute to your own self-development? So this is what it's career all about. And what is the current scenario? I'd like to talk about few issues. Students, they never ever, especially after the school times, when they come out of the school and they don't give much importance to future, they don't make much planning. As I also did, at that point in time, I did not get good guidance, and we just jump into any of the career. At that point in time, we just think that that we came out of the school and we get very excited that we are going to join a college and we are going to join a university. We don't give much importance, that we don't foresee that what is going to happen in future. So second thing is, this is a very important thing to be noted here. As Professor Atray also said, that most of the time we take the decision that what my friend is doing. My friend has decided to go for engineering, I should also go for engineering, without realizing that my interests are different. My likes and dislikes are completely different from my friend. So this is the mistake we, most of us do when we jump out of the school. Then third thing is that most of the time, under the pressure of the parents and mostly under the pressure of the relatives, we make a wrong choice. So these are the things which I want you all to please take into consideration, that please don't commit this mistake, which we as students made at that point in time. However, we accepted that and then we shaped our career as per our choice later. And then again, I'd like to talk about the current trends. See, dear students, that this is a highly competitive world. Only the fittest is going to survive. And when I say the fittest, what do I mean by the fittest? It is not that I'm physically fit, that I'm good looking and I'm smart, only that will matter. Nowadays, it is not the trend that you score 99.9% marks and you will get a job for sure. No guarantee at all. What I mean by fit test is that if you have the required skills which are required at the corporate for getting success in corporate world, in academics, in research, in administrative services, someone said that I want to become an IAS officer. These are the skills which matter. These are the efforts which matter, right? So only the fittest will survive means who has the right skill set, who has the right attitude, right? That person is going to succeed, not the person who has 99.9% score. Checking quality in products. All of us want branded clothes nowadays, right? We want iPhone, but we are not giving much importance to the quality of education. That's where Professor Atul said that we have to be very careful that what university, what institution we choose, because quality plays a much important role, not the quantity. And in India, country like India, we have been giving much importance to the quantity. So many students, number of students, passed out the engineering in this year. We are not giving much importance to the quality. So when you choose the career, you have to be very careful that while choosing the institution, that what quality education they are providing. Aimless process. As I said, sometimes we choose a career just because my friend is choosing that, just because my parents are saying that, just because my relatives, they think that engineering is the best for me. So please don't do that, and don't go in that aimless process. We should always go ahead with a proper mindset, and what do we want to achieve in life. We should have a proper aim. Very quickly, how do we plan our career? First of all, know yourself. What are your strengths? If Sachin Tendulkar's mother would have said that, you become a singer, he would not have been successful. We should always go ahead with the first step. Right? So first of all, know yourself. What are my likes and dislikes? What are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? Do that self-evaluation. No one else is going to do that for you. Do that for yourself. Then take help, take guidance from your teachers, from your parents, from your friends, and the person whom you admire the most. And then explore the different possibilities. Which are the different institutions? As Professor Atul rightly said, compare the institutions. Everything is available on website. Compare. Then make a choice very carefully. And once you make a choice, make it happen. And then coming to very specific, that what are the career options after you complete your 10+2 in commerce stream? Then people get very confused. There are different options. You can go for BCom honors, you can go for BBA, you can go for BA honors economics, you can go for liberal arts, the most emerging field nowadays. And then people get confused that whether I should go for BBA or I should go for BCom honors. Most, frequently asked question I have been dealing with the students for the last 10 years. So if you have hardcore interest in finance and accounting, then you should choose BCom honors. And if you are somewhere you feel scared of accounts, if you feel somewhere that I'm not good at numbers, so then you can go for BBA. And if you think that I want to go for the modern managerial skills like marketing, HR, finance, then you can specifically go for BBA. I think, as I said, this is the most frequently asked question by the parents and the students, and they get confused. And moreover, if you have the interest in going for chartered accountancy or company secretaryship, then I would say that you should prefer BCom honors over BBA. And BBA sometimes back when it was introduced used to be called as mini MBA. So it is a straightway a gateway for going for an MBA later. But that does not mean that if you do BCom honors, you cannot go for MBA. We have a very successful story, had a Pravanu girl like Poonam Sharma. She did BCom honors with us and ended up getting a highest package of 12.5 lakh with LG company. Everyone, I'm sure all of you have heard of LG company. So it is not necessarily that BCom honors person cannot go for MBA. The only difference between the two degrees is of the required skill set. If you want to get success in accounting, finance, and taxation, and if looking at Shoolini's curriculum, we have once the GST was introduced, we immediately incorporated that to the curriculum of BCom honors, so that it is the students get the immediately the knowledge of the latest concept. Similarly, the tally has been added to the curriculum of BCom honors, so that the students are upgraded and they get the best required skills at the current time. And then what are the different career options when you complete the commerce? And Keshav said that he wants to become an IAS officer. Yes, of course, you can, Keshav. You can fight for the UPSC examination. You can become a bureaucrat. You can choose a career in research and academics. For that, you have to do PhD. You can become a chartered accountant. You can go for company secretaryship. And of course, a most important field in front of you is that you can go for MBA. And MBA professionals, if you look at the Shoolini record, we have been able to provide 100% placement to the MBA students. And one thing I'd like to highlight here is that it has been a known fact for the last 10 years that the students who do BCom honors and BBA with us, after that they join MBA, they are always the first one to be hired by the top multinational companies here at campus. And that is, which I'm very proud of as director, because I think that then it gives me a motivation that we are on the right track. We have been training the students enough, and because of that, the multinational companies give preference to these students who have already spent 3 years with us. And then, of course, you have an option of becoming an entrepreneur. Who stops you? As I said, Poonam Sharma, she went out with a degree of BCom honors. Then she helped her father with her business for 1 year. Then she realized that I'm not ready as of now. Completed MBA, now working successfully with LG. And she keeps giving me a call now that, ma'am, after maybe 5-7 years, I will come back and I will be better, be able to help my father's business. No one can stop you. You can become an entrepreneur anytime. And then what are the companies which are looking forward to hire the commerce graduates? We at Shoolini have realized that, the names you can see on the slides, these are the top multinational company, top companies of India, which come here for hiring and which give us a call every time that we want to hire the commerce graduate. But yes, of course, many of the students want to complete their MBA first, and only very few students join the companies after graduation. But our BCom honors and BBA students have been successfully working with Genpact, with ICICI Prudential, Bank of America, and with very good salary package of around 3 to 3.5 lakh. And you can just imagine immediately just after completing their graduation degree. And the people who have gone for the higher studies for MBA, of course, they have, as I gave you the example of Poonam Sharma, she grabbed the package of 12.5 lakhs 3 years back. And these are the different opportunities, and the most important thing about BCom honors, BBA, the social science stream is that you can go in any direction. All the directions are open for you. You can go, you have much more options than the science students. And if you are a science student, you have only option that you can go for medical science. And then, but if you look at the social science stream, BCom honors, BBA, all the companies need the people from social sciences and liberal arts. These are the emerging area where you have many wider scope as compared to your science friends. So very quickly coming back to Shoolini, and we at Shoolini, this is the vision which we have at Shoolini University. We aspire to be among top 200 global universities by 2022. And you'll be very happy that because of we have been working hard on students, and because of that, we have been consistently ranked among India's top universities by different ranking agencies. NIRF is the Ministry of Human Resource and Development government ranking, and where we have been, every year we have been getting a higher rank every time. And then Shoolini School of Business Management has been ranked as 65th in the country. And let me tell you that there are more than 3,000 business schools in India. And out of that, we have just got established in 2009, and still we could maintain this, that we are at the 65th rank. You can very well imagine that how hard we must be working for the last 10 years. And then we have the NAC accreditation, where we have B++ grade, and which makes us top 15% in India. And very recent one rankings, you can see on the slide that we have every year we have been moving up on this ranking ladder. And if you decide to come to Shoolini, and you will get a neat and clean place, you can see on the screen that we have been awarded top 25 cleanest campus by the Swachh Bharat campaign, by Government of India. And we have our global footprints across the globe. You can see on the slide that we have more than 200 global alliances as of now to our credit, and where students can go abroad for 1 semester under student exchange program, which will be equally available to you if you join Shoolini University. And then life at Shoolini, we have the great library with all facilities, and I wish that you could visit the campus soon, and I would have been very, very happy to take you around. So these are some of the glimpses of Shoolini University. And I would like to end this presentation by saying that at Shoolini University, we do not focus only just on the quality education. We focus on the overall development of the child. We will give equal importance to your hobby. Some of our students wanted to become great singers, and they have become now. And we feel very, very proud to bring them as celebrity now on different occasions. So we will take care of each small and big interests of you. So this is a promise from my side, and I, as a program director for BCom Honors, BBA, and all undergraduate program, would like to welcome you all to Shoolini campus any day, any time, and we'll be very happy to host you here. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Kesri. I think extremely inspiring as always. Thank you so much. I have a small video, students. You all are young achievers, and you all, in my opinion, should start dreaming. So I wanted to show a video on dreaming and why I believe you should dream, because young students like you, young people like you have changed the world, not just now, but for centuries. Alexander, when he started conquering the world, was 18 years old, your age. There are people who've been Nobel Prize winners, Malala, for example. And of course, so many people in the climate change arena are very, very young. Our own Oyo founder was 22 when he started building Oyo, and today he's a billionaire. So you can do it, and we will allow you to do it. So a small video over here for all of you. Give me half a minute, and it'll be up for you, and then we'll go into Q&A. Can you see it, Vivek?
Yes.
Throughout history, the young have always been the ones to shape the future. And they continue to do so today. You are the country's biggest asset, our best bet to conquer the future. So what are you waiting for? Your time to dream is now. Dream of the research that can change the world. Dream of a high-flying corporate career. Dream of higher studies in the world's best universities. Dream of developing cutting-edge technology of the future. Dream of your own global startup. Shoolini University, we empower you and enable you to chase your dreams and change the world. planning, think success.
Great. I hope we were able to answer some questions, but there are lots of questions over here. And I think the first question, of course, is Mukesh is asking, where are you? So we are located in Kasauli, very near Kasauli, in a place called Solan. Mukesh, a beautiful campus. We're in the middle of a forest. You'll have lots and lots of, if you love adventure sports, then, Shoolini is the place to be. Rock climbing, hiking, other things. If you hate pollution and the heat of Punjab and Delhi or Haryana, come to Shoolini. So that's where we are located. We've already answered Keshav's question. There's a question which says, Abhinav is saying, I'm in the +1. I want to be a CA. How can I prepare? Vivek, you want to pick this up? How does Abhinav prepare for a CA?
Well, Abhinav, you'll have to get your basics. You should love accounts. You should love finance. You should love probably numbers. And to become a CA, I think you'll have to do BCom. Dr. Kesri would know more about it. But you'll have to write exams of CA, articleship, etc. So before that, you need to get your graduation degree. Dr. Kesri, you would like to add?
Yeah, I would like to add that, as I said in my presentation also, that for CA and for BCom honors, first of all, you need to have the in-depth knowledge of accounting, all type of accounting, whether it is cost accounting, management accounting, which is very much there in the curriculum of BCom honors. So if you complete the BCom honors and you study all the basic concepts and all types of accounting concepts are clear, then it becomes much easier to pursue the CA. So the knowledge of accounting would be very much required.
Absolutely. So do a BCom if you're looking for doing a CA. I think that's the best degree, both for CS, company secretariatship,
Absolutely.
and the CA. BCom is the best bet. And try to get a BCom honors because it'll push you towards more success.
Yeah, more towards.
Swarit is asking that he's not opted for mathematics. Is it something I may repent? I don't think so, Swarit. There's so many opportunities in this world. Do a BBA. You don't really need to do mathematics. There's so many other skills which are needed to succeed. I spoke about communication skills, collaboration skills, leadership skills. I'm sure Mr. Modi doesn't know mathematics very well, but he runs the country. So don't worry. I mean, you'll do very well, Swarit. Just choose the right university. What are your thoughts, Vivek? You've worked with lots of people without mathematics.
I totally agree. In fact, I often write that mathematics is a great subject and great scientists and students of maths. But ultimately, it's about your personality and your people skills. I agree with Atul that if you do a BBA, then it is a more generic degree. You don't need to do maths before that. And you do BBA from a university like Shoolini, you'll be well placed for life.
Absolutely.
Great. We'll go to the Q&A section. Tajinder Pal Singh, you're asking, can we do BBA after 12th? Of course, after 12th is when you either do BBA, BCom, BA honors, or any other college degree. So absolutely, yes. Anonymous attendee is asking, process of becoming a banker. Vivek, I'll push that over to you. How can our friend become a banker?
You can actually become a banker. I believe you are eligible for the competitive exams of public sector banks after graduation. But if you want to become a good banker, perhaps you'd do an MBA also, it might help you. So being a BBA or BCom graduate is perfect to become a banker. You understand finance a little bit already, and even economics may be good. So once you appear for these exams, I believe private banks have a different process. They do campus interviews, they do selections which are through interviews and tests. But I think that is the process for becoming a banker.
So I would actually suggest that, Dipanshu, sorry, that's an anonymous attendee. Yeah. I think private banks today give better career options than public sector banks. In my opinion, I've been a banker in my life, and I can tell you some of the good ones can make crores of rupees as salary. Do an MBA to get into a good bank. Do a good MBA again. Lots and lots of students from Shoolini get hired into banks, Vivek. ICICI, HDFC Bank, Bank of America, that's the name. One of the biggest banks in the world. They come and hire at Shoolini. So do a BBA, BCom. You can join directly after that, or do an MBA after that and then join a bank. If you plan to join the public sector, of course, you'll have to take the
PO
the
exam.
entrance exams. That's right, the PO exams. Anonymous attendees again asking, my goal is to be a CA. What should I prepare now? I think you already answered, Dr. Kesri.
Yes.
Prepare, do your +2 well so that you can get a good university. I think that's the first focus for you. But do a BCom, I would suggest, if you want to be a CA. I think there's another question. A scope in the share market. I'm really into it. Just want to proceed in it. Okay. I think it's a great career you can do. Don't invest in the share market right now. It's very volatile. Again, typically I've seen students who do BBA, BCom, either of them, they are more amenable to building a career in the share market because they understand numbers, they understand business. But you don't really need to do either of this. You could be an engineer and then also do very well in the share market. You have lots of friends who are working in the share market, Vivek. What are your thoughts, for a friend here?
I feel that it's not a career. That's my view, but it's up to you. I think if you want to be in the share market, why don't you do a job for a few years and learn about the world and then get into the share market more seriously? That's my view.
I so agree. Do a good degree, work a few years, and then jump into the share market. Yeah, Kesri, what are you saying?
Yeah, I just wanted to add here that we here at Shoolini, we had an MOU with ICICI Securities, and where they train our people, and some of my students, I can remember the name Divesh Sharma, who sent me the certificate yesterday only. They earned a lot of money in this process.
That's
so
right.
we provide such opportunities also at Shoolini. Someone wants to prepare for CA, CS, we provide guidance. I would not say we don't provide coaching, but we do provide guidance to the students from top experts and of share market as well. We have a regular professor here. You're aware, Mr. Amar Rao. He is passionate about all these things, and he has been personally guiding all the students, and some of them have been earning good money as well.
Absolutely. And we also have a lot of trading softwares where you
Absolutely.
can, without money, do dummy trading if you're looking into it. And by the way, on IAS, because some of you wanted to get into the civil services, Shoolini has tied up with the Vivek Career Services, which Vivek Atray also mentors, and will provide you IAS guidance if you are students of Shoolini.
Absolutely.
There are questions. Shailesh Bahuguna is asking, can I do a CA with the BBA? Kesri, you want to pick this up?
Yeah. So Shailesh, right?
Shailesh, that's right.
Shailesh, I would advise that firstly you complete your graduation. And as I said that, to clear the exam, foundation exam for CA and CS immediately after 10+2, it is very, very tough. And the easier way which people choose is that they complete their BCom honors and BBA first, and after that they go for CA. I think then they are also exempted from the entrance test also. So most preferred way which most of the students have been opting nowadays is first complete their BCom honors or BBA, and after that they go for this.
Excellent. So Harsh is asking, what is the minimum percentage to get admission? So Harsh, of course, we have a bar. We don't like students with less marks. So if you're less than 55%, question mark. But I would say I'm very marks agnostic, which means we would like to interview you and we like to take a small test. So don't hesitate, fill in the form. Your counselor will help you take a test. Dr. Kesri will interview you, or someone else will interview you. And even if you didn't get good marks, go ahead. I can only tell you from my experience, I didn't score 90% marks in my 12th. I am a 76% student. I still got into IIT Kanpur. And if I can do it in life, so can you, Harsh. So if you don't have the best of marks, don't worry. But do come for the interview and the examination prepared. I
yes,
think that's
of
very
course.
important.
We would be looking forward to the, what type of attitude the child is having. Do you have that zeal that, yes, I want to do something in life? But yes, of course, that does not mean that you score only 32%, 33%, we will consider you. That, as Professor Atul rightly said, that you should have minimum score some. But yes, apart from that, in interview, I would personally like to see that what attitude you have and what are your likes and dislikes, and are you ready to take the challenge, what type of job you are going to get in future. And if you are ready to put all your efforts in, so then we will be very happy to see such students.
I think Madhav has the same question. So Madhav, we just answered this for Harsh. Thank you for asking the same question. Anonymous attendee is asking you, ma'am, can we do a CA without BCom? can CA be done without BCom?
Yes, as I said, there are opportunities after 10+2 also. Then you have to go for, there are 3 stages of this. One is foundation, then CA foundation, then is the intermediate, and then is the final. So you can go after +2, you can go straightway for this foundation. But as I said, that most of the students find it very, very difficult to crack. So they opt the second way, that as I said earlier, that they go for BCom honors first, and after that they complete CA.
No, and there is no qualification needed. You don't need to be a BCom, but if you're a BCom, you'll be better prepared
Absolutely,
to take the
that's what
CA
I-
exam. It's a tough exam.
Yeah.
So if you're afraid of taking BCom right now, I don't think you will clear the CA exam also. So if you're very interested in CA, do take BCom honors. That would be my suggestion. Amrit is asking, want to be an IAS officer? Vivek, you are the best person to answer this.
Good choice.
If you want to study for the UPSC exam, you have to be an all-rounder. So start reading a lot of books, start building up your general awareness for general studies. Actually, the clincher in the UPSC exam is the general studies paper or papers. You have to not only do well in your own subject, which you choose, but also the GS, and GS is very competitive. So start writing practice on major issues of the country or the world. Start speaking about them also on the camera or to your friends, and read a lot. And once you get into your, let's say, second year of college, then you start serious study for the exam, and you start looking at the syllabus, and you study more for the mains. And once you're prepared for the mains, then the last 4 months you study for the prelims, and hopefully you get through for the mains. That's the strategy.
Lots of hard work, I would say, lots of hard work. Be prepared to work.
And again, what matters in that, you know, what curriculum you have studied at graduation level. If we look at Shoolini curriculum, you will see that, you know, we have added a course on current affairs as well. We have added a course on aptitude as well, because these are the skills. As Professor Atray rightly said, that you cannot compete for any competitive exam without having the knowledge of current affairs. If you're not keeping yourself updated, if you're not reading newspaper, we here at Shoolini have been, you know, promoting the students and to go for, you know, we have asked them to make it a habit to read the newspaper daily. Incorporated that in the curriculum itself. Aptitude, MPhil, there is a special course on banking and finance. We have also added a new course on tally, because no one makes the accounts on paper nowadays. So this is how we keep our curriculum updated every semester, every year, keeping in mind the requirement for all type of competitive examination, including IAS.
So I'll pay. Hi Ayush. That's all it is. So easy one. I'll pass over the difficult ones to you, Vivek and Kesri. Tanya is asking, can I apply to Navy after commerce? Vivek?
I think you can. I think these competitive exam services, competitive exams are there, and they can be taken by anyone who is a graduate. So BCom is a graduation degree. You can definitely check the naval site, but in my view, you can.
I think you can, and you should if you're interested. I think they're also hiring women officers now, and more importantly, the other cadres also. You can join the education cadre and other cadres of the armed forces, whether Navy, Air Force, or the Army. So we, by the way, also give coaching, SSB training for students who want to get into the Army and the Air Force or the Navy. Priyanka is asking, how can we choose a teaching career after commerce? So that's you, Dr. Kesri, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. And you can, then you have to go for higher studies first. You have to complete your MCom, and then you have to clear your NET examination, that is National Eligibility Test. And of course, it is mandatory for the people who want to pursue their career in academics. It is mandatory for them to do the PhD. So we would love to have you here, and we can, you know, you can spend many years with us, and we will make you successful teacher. And when you pass out from Shoolini with PhD degree.
Wonderful. I think it's a long study to be a teacher,
Absolutely.
but you can be a school teacher also, or a university teacher. Harnoor, and I'll go a little fast. Harnoor is basically asking, how do I do a CA, CMA? I'm in the 12th. I think choose between the two, Harnoor. Do either CA or CMA. I think do a BBA or a BCom, either of the two. We spoke about it. And then you can decide whether you want to be CA, CMA, and BCom, I would think, is a better choice for you.
Absolutely.
Anonymous attendee says, I want to get into aviation. So I don't think whether you're asking to be a pilot, but you can be a pilot definitely, or you could get into being a hostess or a host, depending upon you're a boy or a girl, or you could also be in the front office. So you could think about either hotel management, or you could even think about exactly like I said, you could think about a degree in BBA, which might be better for you.
What's the name of the child?
It's anonymous right now,
Okay.
so we don't have the name.
So
Tajinder is asking, is math compulsory in BBA?
No, it is not compulsory, but yes, in the very first semester, we will teach you basic mathematics, which is important for everyone to take. And whether the student is from science or it is from medical, non-medical, arts, commerce. So everyone will study a course on basic of mathematics, and which is not very difficult, and everyone is able to clear that. Then
Anurag is asking, tell us more about your university. Anurag, very quickly, I'll pick this up. Shoolini is one of India's leading private universities. We are ranked #1 in north of India in pretty much every ranking. We are higher in ranking than either LPU or CU or Chitkara or any other university in North India, whether it's the Government of India, NIRF rankings, or it is new rankings come by Education World. We are 22nd in that. Second highest out of Thapar in North India. So do come and visit us. We have a beautiful, beautiful campus. You don't have to sweat it out because the weather is beautiful. Lovely, lovely students out here, small campus. So would love to welcome you, Anurag. Naman is asking, what is a better course to be a teacher after graduation? I think any course, but pick up a more specialized course, Naman. Typically, if you're looking at BBA, BCom, I would say your chances of becoming a teacher become higher. But if you want to be a school teacher, then you need to do a B.Ed after that. If you want to be a university teacher, you need to do a PhD. So you'll have to decide whether it's a school teacher or a university teacher. But both BBA, BCom will be good options for you. Even BA Economics, by the way, or even BA English would be good if you're good in English or you want to do mathematics and economics. So maths, Arshdeep is asking a lot of questions on CA.
Yes.
Is it necessary to opt additional maths for CA? Do you need to do CA?
Yeah, as I said, that the major knowledge on accounting, all types of accounting would be playing a crucial role in CA.
So Vivek, what should the participant who's asking this question do apart from BCom to pursue for IAS? Beyond BCom, what should the attendee do? What do you think? You're muted.
Updated with the current affairs, to read more books about India and the world. Apart from your degree, you need to become an all-round aware person. The economy, agriculture, industry, sports, various sectors which are important, women entrepreneurship, IT, governance, all these subjects you need to do a lot of reading about. So if you are an all-rounder in your awareness, apart from being a BCom graduate, then you will stand a very good chance.
So there is a question which is also related, the process for IAS. You want to take that process, Vivek?
Yeah, it's a very simple process, though lots of people are there, so it becomes very competitive. But the process is like this, that once you graduate, you fill up the form and apply. You appear for the prelims exam, which is the preliminary exam of UPSC. And then the main exam, if you qualify the prelims, and then the interview. But there are about 850 posts every year for all services put together, out of which about 100 are for IAS usually every year. 850 includes other posts like IPS, Revenue Service, Audit and Account Service, Delhi, Andaman, Nicobar, and audit, various things, Railway Traffic Service, etc. So you will apply for the exam and then appear for a 3-stage process.
I'm going to go very quickly now. We've got 5 minutes. Anurag is asking process for joining Shoolini. So Anurag, go to our website, www.shooliniuniversity.com. And on that, you'll have an application form or an inquiry form. Fill that up. counselor will get in touch with you. So you'll have to take an interview. You'll have to fill in the application form. There'll be a small test, and if you fulfill the criteria, then we'll give you an offer, and then you can pay the fees, etc. How do you become a CEO? Vivek, if you allow me, I'll pick it up.
Sure.
Yeah.
Am I? Is there an echo coming?
Yeah.
But it's okay. It's clear.
Okay. So do an MBA, anonymous attendee. That's the best way to be a CEO. Join a multinational, a good company, and you are all set. I was a CEO many times over. You'll have to work very hard, of course, but I'm sure you don't shirk working hard. So do that. Ashnur is saying, is it important for graduation? Well, for CA, yes and no, but it's preferable that you do a CA. I'm going to now go very quickly. What else can you do with BCom honors? There's a question. What else? I think you can prepare for the IAS. You can do CA. That's a good one. I think these are the big options you have. You can do an MBA after that. I think these are three options people take. Either they become bankers, they take the PO exam, or they take the IAS exam, which is the UPSC exam, or they do a CA, or they do CS, or they become an MBA. I think these are the 5-6 things that typically BBA BComs do. Gaurav is asking, business administration has scope right there in the world or not? Absolutely, Gaurav. Till there is business, and there will always be business in this world, there'll always be a scope for a degree in BBA or BCom. So just don't worry about it. Just choose the right institution, like I said. So welcome to Shoolini if that's what you choose. So any other courses other than BBA, BCom that could increase the success rate for an anonymous attendee? Oh, lots and lots of them. You know, you could do BA Economics, you could do BA English, you could do don't do a pass course, don't do BSc pass or BA pass. That's what I would say. You can do a hotel management program, you can do a journalism program, a mass communication program, or if you're a science graduate, you can do a program in pharmacy. You can do a program in biotechnology, or you can do engineering. I mean, you can do a program in artificial intelligence if you have a mathematics background and a non-medical background. So whatever you do, just do it well and choose the right university. Again, I repeat, and work hard, and you will see phenomenal success. And when you get successful, do reach out to us. We'd love to hear your success story 10 years down the line. So BMS, Harshita is asking, tell me about BMS. I think Bachelor's of Management Studies is what she's asking. We don't have a BMS, but we have a BBA, which is very similar to BMS, Harshita. And lots of scope, like we said, if you're interested in building a career in business, but are not very comfortable to do accounts, and well, you'll have to do some accounts, but not that much as a BCom, then definitely pick that up. I think it's a great degree. Do an MBA after that. I always suggest higher education, and the world will be at your feet. Absolutely. Is maths compulsory for IAS? Amrit is asking Vivek.
I think mathematics is not compulsory. There is a CSAT exam which takes place, which is aptitude. There, it has been reduced in scope, but mathematics per se as a subject is not required.
Lovely. I'm going to skip a few because they are repetitions. Sneh is asking, what is the best course to be an entrepreneur? I've been an entrepreneur many times over, Sneha. I've built at least 3 new businesses. You don't need, I mean, you need some basic sense of business. So, you know, if you've done a BBA, BCom, that helps. But I've seen so many successful people who are engineers. There's so many people who are BAs, right? But yeah, if you do a course in business or commerce, it'll help you because you'll understand the basics of business. So that's, what about SD College in Chandigarh is a question. Vivek, you can answer this. You're from Chandigarh. I think it's a good college, but over to you.
SD College in Chandigarh is good for commerce. I have heard about it. It's a good college. It's a big college. Obviously, it is not, as far as I know, maybe there are some residential facilities, but there is a campus in Sector 32, Chandigarh, and a large number of students are there. The campus may not be as beautiful as Shoolini, so you can decide.
It's a good college if you want to be in Chandigarh. But guys, if you're from Chandigarh, come out, explore the world. I think definitely choose between SD and Shoolini. It's a good college, by the way. I think I'm going to pick up one last question. It's 4:30. Sorry, guys, we'll come back to you with all the answers. There is a question that says, is business administration recommended in the world? Vivek, I'll leave that to you. What do you say? Is business administration recommended in the world?
It is absolutely recommended. As Atul said, business will remain forever and administrators are required. People who are leaders. Business administration is about leadership and how you grow the business, how you are a good team player, how you get the best out of your team. Business administration is one of the most bright and best options in your career.
So I'm tempted to take 2 more questions. Otherwise, you guys will kill me. You've been so patient, students. Naman is saying, what do I do for my friend Priyanka who wants to do business management? I think do a BBA. Tell her to do a BBA from a good university like Shoolini. Do pass over the message of Shoolini. www.shooliniuniversity.com. Go and fill the form or the inquiry, and we'll be delighted to reach out to you. Someone wants to be a judge after commerce. Is that possible, Vivek, to be a judge after commerce? I think you'll have to do an LLB first, right? You are muted, Vivek.
BA LLB.
No, because after commerce, you can do an LLB.
Yeah,
then
you
become a lawyer.
have to definitely do an LLB to become a judge. There's no doubt about it.
So how do I become a CEO? Like I answered that. Do an MBA, work hard, join a good company, MNC, work hard, and you'll make it. And the last question is, how do I get admission in Shoolini? And I'll leave that to Professor Kestri. How do you get admission in Shoolini?
So as you rightly said that the student needs to get the website and then go to the website, then fill up the form. We will get back to you. And the process is that you should have minimum requirement of percentage, and then the interview, which I can take, or any of my senior colleague will take the interview, and then you can get in.
Is there a test also, Dr. Kestri?
For BBA, we have the entrance test. BCom honors, we don't have any entrance test.
Okay, so it's purely based on an interview, I guess.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, I think that's it. We try to answer most of the questions. I'm sorry if we can't answer every question. There's a person who wants to be a pilot. I think great choice, Arman. I am a qualified pilot, by the way. I fly planes. I don't know whether you knew about this, Vivek. You have to join a flying school for that in India or outside India. And bingo, you need a commercial pilot license to fly a commercial plane. But you can also get something called a GPL or a glider's pilot license if you want to do fun flying with a glider. But you need a license like a car to fly planes. And wish you good luck, Arman. It's a great thing to be a pilot. So with that, thank you very much. I think before I close, I'm going to request both Dr. Kestri and Vivek to give just one sentence. Vivek, you want to tell our students, and Dr. Kestri, you want to tell our students. First, Kestri, what about you? One sentence.
Okay. I'll say that make a better choice, and whatever you choose, give it your best, and don't ever forget to smile and have lots of fun. That's what I tell all my students here.
Wonderful. Vivek.
Yes, whatever you do, work hard and be cheerful, positive, never be negative.
Absolutely.
My last word would be choose the job you love, the career you love, the program you love. Dil se aayega to karenge. Manan is saying, please. Manan, kya chahte ho yaar? Fatafat batao. Sir, please suggest. Kya chahte ho, Manan? Sir, please suggest me. Maths is compulsory for income tax office or not? I think it's not compulsory. You can do the UPSC exam. Maths is not compulsory for UPSC, and you can become an income tax officer by choosing the revenue services. Manan, work hard for UPSC, and you'll make it. Maths is not needed. Don't be afraid, right?
And yes, we will surely make you study GST.
Absolutely. So you'll have to do some numbers, but maths is not needed. And you have so much passion, Manan. You have so many pleases written. Hope you become an income tax officer like you do want to. Once again, thank you all very much. Be safe, students. Lovely talking to you. I'm going to write down my Insta page, Insta handle. Vivek will also write down his social media thing. If you want to reach out to us, I'm also going to write my my mobile number for my WhatsApp. Vivek, you want to write down your Insta page number or your social media handle, and you can reach out to us anytime. We'll be delighted to support you. So Atul Khosla 2013 is my Insta handle. Vivek, this is your email address, right? So you can reach out to Vivek via email. Fantastic. And this is our Shoolini website, which I'll type down for you. You can again reach us on Insta, on Facebook, on our website, any of the platforms that work for you, and really look forward to talking to you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Vivek. You've been so charming. Thank you, Dr. Kesri. As always, you're all such an inspirational teacher. You've got so many successful students behind you. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Thank you, Vivek.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Stay safe. Thank you.